Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Makar Kodash. Uh, Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the truth, pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. All right, I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with a third woe update. All right, so we just jump straight into it. This is Second Ezra 13 and start at 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Okay, so we're in the days of our delivery, but it's going to have to come. Babylon the Great got to get taken down first. The only way we can get delivered, right? And you have to think of it in the form of an extraction, because we're POWs here in Babylon. Right? We're prisoners of war. They still have us in their hand. And we're going to be found in their hand. And there's a penalty for that. All right? And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. They're not ready for, seeing chariots and us getting raised up and put on top. Okay? And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and in the final war, one realm against another. All right? So let's look into that. All right, let's go to the Deep Journal channel, and we'll just pull up all the various videos, and then we'll look at the some of the titles. So 3 days ago was Friday since our last war update, and we'll just look at the different names involved. Breaking news: Turkey blocked NATO's reaction against Belarus. I think we read this last week. Belarus, okay, hijack a plane. Oh, hijacked the plane. Okay, right here. Look at this. Look at this war. This is straight provocation and propaganda. Breaking: nuclear slap from Putin to U.S. to U.S. domination in Syria. The biggest fear of the U.S. and Israel. Okay, nuclear slap. What is that? Breaking: China is coming from Middle East to kick out, what is that? To kick out the U.S. and Israel. Russia prepared place. You hear this war talk and propaganda? Breaking: Putin bans Europe flights. U.S. quit from open skies. Austria and France aircrafts stopped. Okay, so with all these different countries being mentioned, it's clear that the world war has started. They haven't declared it, but it's going down. Now the water. Breaking: U.S. territorial waters abused. U.S. ships take Russian ships into missile range. Okay, what is that? That's the Most High gathering the troops into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat to be judged. Breaking: Iran will banish Jews from Israel. What? Go home. Get out of our country. Declaration of war. See, that's coming. When they declare war, everything is going to change. U.S. can't take the risk of war. All right, look at this. NATO fires, Slovakia, NATO fighters could shoot the Russian jets. French did what the U.S. didn't do. What is that? Come on. Like in wartime. Okay? So, hey, we're clearly in World War III here. All right? And they are firing upon each other. In the air, in the sea, and on land. They just haven't declared it yet. Where is that? Declaration of war. Okay? That's all we're waiting on. Or we might watch one of these. We might watch this. It's only 6 minutes. We'll only watch half of it. All right, let's look at secret files. Because this is just an update. We're going to scan the little news outlets. All right, let's see what these say. Here's 3 days ago. All right, right here. Iranian cargo ship sinks in the Strait of Hormuz. Didn't we just have that? What, the Suez Canal? This is supposed to be that again. All right, we might watch that. All right, because this is the supply chain being broken down. All right, like what happened in the Suez when all those containers on that container ship, that barge, got stuck in the Suez Canal. And they said there was a lot more going on than they were revealing, that there were nukes on it and da-da-da-da. But then again, these are reports and rumors of war. All right, Iran is encouraging Hamas to strike Israel again. So that hasn't stopped. All right, the little ceasefire, whatever, as a resupply. Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah coordinated Gaza fighting in joint war room. What is that? That's the gathering of the troops in the Valley of Yehoshaphat. All right, let's watch this. Select it. Get out of here real
Iranian freighter sank in Strait of Hormuz. General cargo ship Ma'aden 1 reportedly sank in Strait of Hormuz on May 16 or early in the morning May 17. No other information available at the moment. The ship left Bandar Abbas on May 26, port of destination unknown, last AIS position at May 26. Information isn't yet confirmed, awaiting updates. The ship with cargo of ceramic tiles was en route from Iran to Oman. She sank at 22:50, May 26. All crew thankfully were rescued, all are safe. 2 weeks before, Iranian state media quoted an Iranian investigator as saying Israel was highly likely to have been behind an explosion that caused a small fire on an Iranian container ship in the Mediterranean. Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz declined to comment directly at the time, but said Iran regularly sent weapons to its proxies in the region. Netanyahu blamed Iran for an explosion aboard an Israeli-owned vehicle carrier ship in the Gulf of Oman. A U.S. official said the blast ripped holes in both sides of its hull, and an Israeli official said limpet mines were used.
Limpet.
Iran denied responsibility.
That's limpet, that's limpet, that's limpet. That's what they were saying in, there was a movie when I was a kid, it was called The Incredible Mr. Limpet. And
Hi, everybody, welcome to this timeline.
And it was about a Navy warship, and the fish was guiding. He was guiding the exploding mines, the depth charges, telling them when to drop them and stuff like that on the submarine. So the guy Barney Fife turned into a fish, is what it was. All right, so let me see. Let's watch one more. Let's watch this thing. So you saw that about the cargo ship. What was in that? Why did they sink that thing? Why are cargo ships getting sunk right now? Because it's a resupply going on. This is what you do in war. You take down their fuel, you blow up their fuel refineries. You can't have a war if you don't have jet fuel, ship fuel, coal, and shit like that. Okay, let's watch this right here. This is called NATO fighters could shoot the Russian jets. French did what the U.S. didn't do, like in wartime. Okay, so.
Dear listeners, welcome to the Deep Journal channel. Before moving on to our video, we need to make an announcement to you. As you know, we spent a lot of time to tell you about all the important events in the world during the 2-month period we opened our channel. But YouTube's artificial intelligence mistakenly decided that we were robots because we made videos too fast. That's why we were suspended from the YouTube affiliate program for 1 month. Despite this, we will continue to broadcast videos from this channel, but we will publish most of our videos for 1 month on our new channel called Deep Journalist.
So they must be telling the truth, because that's what they're doing to the middle of the world.
To be informed about our current news and comments, you can follow our new channel by using the link in the description and fixed comment of this video. High tension between NATO and Russia continues on the Black Sea and Ukraine border. While NATO's Defender Europe 2021 exercise continues, Russia has instructed the troops on the border to be ready for any eventuality.
Okay, and we know after 9/11 and all these other little things that it's when they're out practicing war games, right, that they're actually running a parallel drill and doing, fighting for real. We've learned that, okay, that the drill or the war game is just a deception. That's a diversion that they can, conduct war, right? And then say it was just a drill when they're actually doing a live fire thing. They don't have to declare war just yet. All right, so let's continue.
While Britain sent a warship to the Black Sea to support Ukraine, Russia reminded that it had chased the British aircraft carrier before. While Turkey announced that it would hold a joint naval exercise with Ukraine and send a new Bayraktar TB2 armed drone fleet to Ukraine, Putin's response was to threaten Turkey to interfere in its internal affairs. However, while increasing NATO flights over the Black Sea attracted attention, a flight by the French Air Force last week was also important. A Russian combat team got a rare glimpse of a covert French surveillance operation this week. On Tuesday, the Russian Air Force deployed at least one Su-30 interceptor to track 3 French warplanes flying in international airspace over the Black Sea. The French formation had a C-135FR tanker and 2 Mirage 2000D fighters. The Kremlin released a grainy video of the encounter. Besides their air-to-air missiles, Delta Wing Mirages note what they carry under their bellies: thin pods containing sensitive electronic receivers to detect enemy radars. French warriors were almost certainly mapping Russia's undulating defenses in the Black Sea. While surveillance flights are not unusual in the area, surveillance flights by armed, supersonic fighters are certainly not. When it comes to spying on Russian forces in the region, where Russian forces pose one of the greatest risks to NATO and its partners, the French do not stir up trouble. The Black Sea is a big battlefield. To the east lies Russia, Ukraine in the north. NATO members Turkey, Romania and Bulgaria are located in the south and west. The Crimean Peninsula jumps into the sea like an unsinkable aircraft carrier. In 2014, Russia invaded Crimea, part of Ukraine at that time, as the first move in a wider offensive in the region.
Letting you know that this thing been going on for years. Okay? Jockeying for position, getting your jump-off points together. Hey, this thing is going down.
In the months that followed, pro-Russian separatists launched a revolt in eastern Ukraine, which continued 7 years later. Ukraine's...
See that? You see that? Which continued 7 years later. This is the long game. This is asymmetric warfare. Not like, oh, we announced World War II, everybody's going to fight, and then you come home after the war. This thing been going on. All right?
Still controls most of the freshwater flowing into Crimea. Amid water shortages and deepening hostilities between Kiev and Moscow, 80,000 Russian troops gathered near Ukraine this spring.
Gathered. All right, that's enough. Let's stop right there. Let's get the gathering. All right. We'll go ahead and close it out because the point has been made. Hey, this thing is not going to stop. All right. You might be tired of it, but very soon it's going to be right in your face. It's Jeremiah 25:31. Look for this word gathering. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord hath a controversy with the nations. All right. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked the sword, to the sword, saith the Lord. Okay. I didn't get it right there. Let me get another one. That's a gathering, but I'm looking for the word. Let's get Micah. Micah 4:12. But ye know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Here's a gathering. Gather what? These nations. This is Zechariah 14:2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. All right? So that's what we're watching. All right? And we're not taking our eyes off of it. We're going to give a daily update, except for the weekend. We're out on the highways and byways, and it'll probably come out there too. So with that, we hope that the elect have been edified. The war is on. Keep your eyes open. And until next time, shalom.